Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to try something different. I'm going to do a little research. I have a NSX Mugen hub for this bad boy right here. Pretty much what I want to do is see if that hub actually fits on the Prelude. Now, we're going to do a couple comparisons with the OEM steering wheels and check out the splines. Just do a quick comparison. I think they actually look exactly the same. It'll probably match up actually pretty freaking close to the steering column. We'll go ahead and compare them, try it out. I'm gonna take a stock steering wheel off of the Honda Prelude, not the Mugen Prelude, but my first Prelude, and see if that Mugen hub fits. And if it fits, we're gonna have to put one in there. So let's go and let's try this out. So since I have both NSX OEM wheel and a Prelude wheel spare just lying around, I'm gonna go ahead and compare them and see if this NSX steering wheel hub will actually fit on the Prelude. It might. A lot of Hondas of the era had the same type of splines, I guess, for the steering column, same number of splines. Hopefully it does work. So let's flip this around. As you can see, the length of it is pretty much identical. Now this is for that clock spring on the SRS. These two notches right here. We have those same two notches over here. Now for all the wiring for your horn and the SRS ribbon, they go through this hole on the side over here. Well, there you go for the NSX. Same thing. Looks the same, right? Only difference is the clock spring is turned. So if I go ahead and do this, pretty identical to me. Went inside here and counted the splines, and they're actually the same. So we're gonna go ahead and test that out. All right, so we're gonna go over to the first Prelude I've ever owned in my life. She's been a little neglected, and I know you guys have been hearing the story for years. As you can tell, just needs some loving. Got some spotting on the hood that actually happened back down in Florida. Got a cracked windshield and stuff like that, but we got a replacement windshield, carbon fiber hood that'll go back on the car, and you guys will see this build too. So we're gonna go on the interior and take apart this steering wheel. Once we get the steering wheel off, what we'll do is we can go ahead and test fit the Mugen hub. This is the NSX Mugen hub. So let's go ahead and try that. For any of you guys who never took off the stock OEM steering wheel out of your 4th gen Prelude, it's pretty simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just take out the airbag, and then after we take out the airbag, we have access to the bolt for the steering column. I'll go ahead and show you guys the access points where you have to disconnect the airbag, and also use that SRS disconnect plug or whatever it's called. It's a little red plug behind the airbag's little compartment on the bottom half. Hopefully that can help you when you decide to change out your steering wheel to an aftermarket type steering wheel. So what you're gonna have, you have the cruise control on this side. The cruise control actually has this cover, and behind this cover you're gonna find a T30 Torx screw in there, or bolt, whatever you want to call it. You just gotta pry this actually open with a flathead very slowly, it'll pop off this cover. And then on this side you got this little cover right here, and it's gonna be the same thing. And once you pop that off, you get a bolt out of there too. Once those two bolts are out, you're gonna notice the steering wheel is gonna be able to come off. Now on the bottom of the steering wheel over here, there's a little cover that's held on by two screws. You take that off, and that's gonna be where the plug is for your airbag. And then there'll be a bolt right here dead in the center. When you're trying to pry this cover off, what I do is I go ahead and take a really small flathead, and I come in this side and this side. Now you don't want to go this way, like push it off this way, because you'll damage this entire side. So what I do is I try to get in as much as I can, and then I go this way. Now if you look in there, you're gonna see there's actually like these two little posts. So you got one there and one here. You kind of want to go in here and push it, and then come up here and push out this way. Kind of hold it with your finger on this side, you know, one side, where you work on the other side. You know, come right off. It should just pop right off now, but you get an idea. And that's pretty much the cover right there. And then when you come on this side, you're gonna have access to that T30 right there. And that's for the airbag. This side is a lot easier. It's right here. And you just pop it like that. That's that. And there's the other one. So under the steering wheel, this is the very bottom of it. You see those two screws? Just go ahead and take those two screws off, and then I'll show you what's in that actual cover that you're going to use for the airbag. With those two T30 bolts out on either side of the airbag, now you can actually see you can maneuver the airbag. And inside there, where is it? Down there, you can see the connector. That's better. Right here. But you see back there, that's where the cover is, and that's that red connector. Now it's always great to go ahead and disconnect your battery prior to taking this off, and you know, just in case you don't want no airbags deploy on you or anything like that. Not that it will, but you know, just make sure you disconnect the battery before you disconnect this. This car actually doesn't have a battery connector right now, so no worries there. And then there goes your bolt, and that actually holds the steering wheel on. So we're gonna unbolt that too, and then pull this bad boy out. But we'll go ahead and take this cover off that's underneath, and we can get access to a plug. There we go. There it is there. There's your cover. Pretty self-explanatory. You disconnect this, plug it into this. It's been a while since I took a stock steering wheel off. You're going to want to take off, this is for the horn. What you do is you push down on this and pull this out. Take this part of the clock spring off, that's for the SRS. Pull this out, and then over here you're gonna unplug this part. It comes out, feed that all through here, through this hole, and then we should be good, and it should pull right out. There we go. There we go. Let's see if this hub actually fits on there. Alright, so a quick note, as you guys can see for the SRS, the clock spring right here. What a lot of people do is they can take this off and remove all the clock spring itself with a ribbon. It goes all the way underneath the column and disconnects if you're keeping your clock spring. And then you're going to have to jump this in order to have your SRS light off. That's if you're keeping your clock spring in there. Here's the Mugen hub. It's one solid piece of billet aluminum. Very, very solid design. But as you can see, you have the hole right there, so you can feed everything through. And those two holes on either side right there are for this right here. So I'll go ahead and feed that through, and everything should fit, I'm hoping. I mean, it fits. know it's a long hub, but it's not too bad. Steering wheel goes right about here. Here's your bolt. Put it back in. See how it holds up. I love this steering wheel and the tilt steering that's on the NSX right now. And this hub, I'll go ahead and put on my other Prelude, which is so freaking cool. It's a nice short hub. It's the same length with the adapter as the Mugen hub. It'll look sick as hell on a Prelude too. So now that I know that that actually works and you can actually put an NSX hub in a Prelude, you could do anything. You could put an NSX-R hub, just an NSX hub, period. Now let's go test this bad boy on the Prelude. That looks like it's on there. Obviously, you go ahead and do the proper wiring you need for the horn to work and to jump that SRS if you're still using a clock spring. Again, we're going to be using this in the Mugen Prelude, and it doesn't have the clock spring. All I have to do is wire up for the horn. But finishing touch. There we go. Mugen steering wheel, NSX Mugen steering hub. That's pretty cool, man. To know that it actually works and it actually sits pretty well. It's not all up in your face. I like it. I think it's gonna work out very well. Well guys, thanks for watching, and I hope this actually put some good information out there for you to actually see something different, especially has to deal with the Honda world. You know, we have an NSX in the family that we can go ahead and, you know, compare this stuff to with the Preludes. I know there's not many Prelude content out there, so I'm trying to put out something new, fresh, that you guys have never seen before. So you've seen it here first. Mugen steering wheel, a Mugen steering hub, and a Prelude. Thanks a lot, guys.